So Ed Sheeran won his copyright case, and I have to make a video about this, and we're gonna talk a little bit about it later. But this was huge for music in general.
I'm obviously very happy with the
So we
outcome
have
of
to
the
listen to
case, and it
this.
looks like I'm
This
not having
was,
to retire from my day job after all. But at the same
if you didn't know, Ed Sheeran said if he lost this case, he would retire. If you don't know what's going on, I'll explain it a little bit further in this video. But let's let him get some of his words out
time,
first.
I'm unbelievably frustrated that baseless claims like this are allowed to go to court at all.
Yeah.
We've spent the last 8 years talking about two songs with dramatically different lyrics, melodies, and four chords, which are also different and used by songwriters every day
That's a
all over
fact.
the world. These chords are common building blocks, which were used to create music long before Let's Get It On
Yep.
was written, and will be used to make music long after we are all gone. They are in a songwriter's alphabet, our toolkit, and should be there for all of us to use. No one owns them, or the way they are played, in the same way that nobody owns the colour blue.
Okay, so I feel like if you haven't been paying attention, you might be a little lost. So Ed Sheeran, for his song "Thinking Out Loud," he's been in a court case for years against the Marvin Gaye estate because they said that it was like he ripped off "Let's Get It On" or he used chords from "Let's Get It On." So they tried to sue him for an insane amount. And if you listen to the songs, you can, like, I could hear the similarities, but not enough that I felt like he deserved to be going to court or losing money or be sued in anything. So when there's been people who've mashed them together and put the songs together, you could hear it, but it's literally like four chords. The lyrics are different, the melody's different, everything's different, and this is why this case is so important. Had Ed Sheeran lost this case, this would have set a crazy precedent in music. I say hip hop. In music in general. This would have been a horrible day for musicians like me and everybody because it's starting to get egregious with how they're trying to do these copyright claims. The same thing on YouTube, man. It's starting to get egregious. This would have literally ruined music because everybody would have been too afraid to get sued from using chords that Marvin Gaye didn't create. Now, Marvin Gaye's estate sued Robin Thicke and them for blurred lines, and they won. So I really think they literally just are so overzealous. Like the Marvin Gaye estate is, at first, like, the thinking of, I can see some of the, what this one was a horrible, in bad faith case that I almost feel like if Marvin Gaye was alive, he would know the importance of not trying to claim that those were his things. And that's why you see it's so important. And I use this video as more like a way to get the message out, like of what's going on and what we have to go through as artists. So, and y'all know I love Ed. So shout out to Ed, man. I'm glad you won.
One owns them, or the way they are played, in the same way that nobody owns the colour blue.
Literally.
Unfortunately, unfounded claims like this are being fueled by individuals who are offered as music experts in musical analysis.
And before anybody gets super mad at Marvin Gaye, be like, this isn't Marvin Gaye that's doing this. Marvin Gaye's been dead for decades. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this has nothing to do with Marvin Gaye. This is Marvin Gaye's estate. The people who are doing this probably don't understand music like Marvin Gaye. What am I saying probably? They definitely don't understand music like Marvin Gaye. We talk about Marvin Gaye, one of the greatest musicians of all time. Yeah, nah, I'm bugging. No, they don't. So it's not Marvin Gaye's fault. It's these greedy people who run his estate who just trying to get that money, bro. If they would have got away with this, it like Ed said, it would have been like copywriting the color blue, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna be ranting on this. That's insane, bro. You cannot do that because artists use this to create their own art, man.
Experts in musical analysis. In this instant, the other side's musicologists left out words and notes, presented simple and different pitches as melody, and by doing so, created what I think we proved for all to see were misleading comparisons and disinformation.
Get 'em, Ed!
Supposed similarities where none
Get 'em,
exist.
Ed!
And I think we proved for all to see that they tried to manipulate my and Amy's song to try and convince the jury that they had a genuine claim. I'm very grateful that the jury saw through those attempts. This seems so dangerous to me. Both potential claimants who may be convinced to bring a bogus claim, as well as those songwriters facing them.
Exactly. And as a YouTuber and a musician, this hits me doubly. Because I think YouTube needs to do something about their copyright claim too. Because we be getting bully-footed, bow-guarded. We be getting oppressed by the music, but like the way that we get beat down by false copyright. And I know YouTube has to wipe their hands and be like, I just don't want anything to do with it. But we getting done dirty, bruh. Dirty. Hopefully this changes some stuff, man. And one thing I will say is, Ed definitely did not write this. It's like I'm reading this like this is the first time you ever seen these words.
Bring a bogus claim, as well as those songwriters facing them. It's simply wrong.
This would
By
have been
stopping this
bad.
practice, we can also properly support genuine music copyright claims, so legitimate claims are rightly heard and resolved.
And like I said, there are legitimate copyright claims. There are people out here who just stealing whole songs, not giving any credit, not giving no money, and just going off. There's legitimate copyright claims. There are, like, same thing with YouTube. There are people who are just re-uploading content. But to make a blanketed rule for all the people, because that's not the majority of people, especially like with me who does reactions and reviews and gives my opinion. You see how I'm just watching this just to give transformative, but I'm being transformative because I'm pausing, giving my opinion, breaking it down, analyzing it. You see how that is? That's that's covered by the DMCA, Digital Millennium Copyright Act, bro. It's crazy out here what we gotta go through.
If the jury had decided this matter the other way, we might as well say goodbye to the creative freedom of songwriters.
Facts.
We need to be able to write our original music and engage in independent creation without
That's the
worrying
truth.
at every step of the way that such creativity will be wrongly called into question.
Yep.
Like artists everywhere, Amy and I work hard to independently create songs which are often based around real-life personal
Amy was a person that helped co-writer of Thinking Out Loud.
experience. It's devastating to be accused of stealing someone else's song when we've put so much work into our livelihoods. I'm just a guy with a guitar who loves writing music for people to enjoy.
Speaking of that, this nigga Ed played the guitar in court. That's how you knew it was crazy. He backed out the acoustic on him, got the... You think it's the same thing? He got to...
I am not and will never allow myself to be a piggy bank for anyone to shake.
That's
Having
a
to be
bar.
in New York for
Bar.
this trial has meant that I've missed being with my family at my grandmother's funeral in Ireland, and I will never get that time back.
Damn.
These trials take a significant toll on everyone involved, including Catherine.
Damn.
I want to thank the jury for making the decision that will help protect the creative process of songwriters here in the United States and all around the world. I also want to thank my team, these guys, who've supported me throughout this difficult process.
And who wrote this?
And to all the songwriters, musicians and fans who've reached out with messages of support over the last few weeks.
Thank you, man.
And finally, I would like to thank Amy. Neither of us ever expected
I really hope, I'm using my platform to spread this message because this is huge, bro. This is huge. This was a huge precedent case in music because now this is actually going to help songwriters later.
9 years
Honestly,
ago,
it's gonna help
from our
musicians,
wonderful writing
creators.
session, that we will be
Not
here
just
having
musicians.
to defend our integrity. Amy,
Integrity.
I feel so
That-
lucky to
that
have you in my life.
Britishness.
Thank you. We need songwriters and the wider community to come together and bring back common sense. These claims need to be stopped so the creative process can carry on and we can all go back to making music. And at the same time, we absolutely need trusted individuals, real experts, who help support the process of protecting copyright. Thank you.
The irony of the copyright. Yes, bro. Free use, man, to the death of us, man.
Great.
Facts. Beautiful. Leave them with a great, Ed. I can't wait to hear more music. And I saw you just drop music. If y'all want me to react to that, y'all better hit thumbs up. For the sake of music, we could have just lost something huge today. You feel me? This better get 100,000 thumbs up. What do you mean? You feel me? I love Ed, man.